Deep in India's western Ghats, a sharp crack travels through the trees. Then another. High on a broad trunk, a white-bellied woodpecker braces its body against the bark and drives its bill into dead wood. To most animals, the sound is only part of the forest. But to creatures that cannot carve a chamber of their own, every strike may be creating something priceless, a future home. The woodpecker is not working for them. It is building for itself and its young. Yet when its family finally leaves, the real story of this cavity may only be beginning. Because in a forest crowded with life, safe, empty rooms are never ordinary. The white-bellied woodpecker is one of tropical Asia's largest woodpeckers. Across the western Ghats, it is associated with forests that still contain tall, broad trees and enough dead or dying wood to support its way of life. That last detail matters. A tree may look damaged, old, or useless to us. To the woodpecker, softened timber can be the beginning of shelter. The bird climbs in short, powerful movements. Its toes grip the bark. Its stiff tail presses against the trunk like a third support. Then the head swings forward. Strike by strike, the hard surface gives way. This is not the rapid drumming used to announce a presence across the forest. This is excavation. At first, the opening is barely large enough for the bill. The bird cuts deeper, loosening chips and pulling them free. Gradually, a narrow entrance leads into a chamber hidden from the outside world. The work demands time, energy, and the right tree. Too soft, and the trunk may not remain secure. Too hard, and the cost of excavation rises. Too small, and there may be no room for a growing family. The white-bellied woodpecker does not need a perfect tree. It needs a tree with the right weakness in the right place. When the chamber is ready, it becomes more than a hole. It becomes a nursery suspended above the forest floor. Inside, the light fades quickly. The walls block wind and rain. The narrow entrance limits access, while the height separates the nest from much of the activity below. But safety is never complete. The adults must leave to find food. They search trunks and branches for ants, beetle larvae, and other prey hidden beneath bark or inside decaying wood. Then they return. Each arrival feeds the chicks, but it may also reveal the location of the nest. So the parents approach carefully. They pause, they listen, they disappear through the opening, then emerge again and launch back into the trees. For the chicks, life begins inside darkness. They know the chamber through touch, sound, and hunger. The rough wooden walls are their entire world. Outside, rain moves across the canopy, insects crawl beneath bark, and predators search the forest. Inside, the young wait. Days pass. Feathers replace bare skin, wings strengthen. The entrance, once only a source of food and light, slowly becomes an invitation. Eventually, one young bird reaches the opening and looks out. The forest is no longer a sound beyond the wall. It is the next stage of life. When the young finally leave, the adults no longer need the chamber in the same way. The tree grows quiet again. This feels like an ending. But the woodpecker has changed the forest. Before its arrival, there was solid timber. Now there is a protected space. And many forest animals are cavity users, even though they cannot excavate a large chamber from wood. Some depend on natural hollows formed by decay. Others may use cavities opened or modified by birds. In forests of southwest India, researchers have documented communities of primary excavators and secondary cavity nesters using the same limited supply of tree holes. Some cavities are used again in later seasons. Others attract different animals after the original occupants are gone. That does not mean every white-bellied woodpecker nest becomes a shared home. Some cavities crack open. Some collect water. Some are too exposed, too narrow, or already occupied. But when a chamber remains dry and secure, it becomes valuable for a simple reason. Building one is difficult. A smaller bird may inspect the entrance. A nocturnal animal may use the hollow as a temporary refuge. Another creature may shelter there during heat, rain, or danger. The future resident may never see the woodpecker that did the work. There is no partnership between them. No exchange, no agreement, only a structure left behind. This is how one animal's private solution can become another animal's opportunity. The effect becomes larger over time. One woodpecker excavates one cavity. Another bird works on a different tree. Some trees hold several openings created or used across different seasons. Slowly, the forest acquires a hidden architecture. These chambers are scattered high above the ground, concealed behind bark, shadow, and leaves. From below, they may look like minor scars on old trunks, but to an animal searching for shelter, a single opening can separate exposure from protection. That is why dead and dying trees still matter. They are not merely signs of decline. They are feeding sites, hunting grounds, and potential walls around the next generation. Remove every old trunk, and the forest may remain green while losing many of its safest rooms. The white-bellied woodpecker does not understand this larger network. It does not strike the tree to help a stranger. It is solving an immediate problem, finding food, finding shelter, and giving its young a place to survive. But nature often builds communities from consequences no animal intended. The parents leave. The chicks take flight. The chamber remains. And somewhere beneath the canopy, another creature may already be listening to the silence inside.